Hi guys, my name is João and in this video we're going to be editing this image. This was shot with Canon 6D with Sigma 7200 f2.8 OS, and this was shot at 200mm f2.8 with ISO 200, all with natural light. So this is the before and the after. On this image we are going to remove this of the background. We are increasing the contrast and we are going to add the smoke on the cigarette. So this will end up like this. So this is the version in black and white and before, after. So let's start. We're going to start by doing a quick edit on the image. Let's create a new layer and clean up the skin. Healing brush tool. And on the glasses, okay. Now let's remove this part of the background, create a new layer with the clone stamp tool, about this opacity. Let's start by painting. You can overlap on this part because we can erase it later, it's not a problem. So select eraser. Now let's start by erasing this. Let's reduce the hardness. Now let's do a burn and dodge. Press and hold the Alt key and create a new layer. Should toggle this menu. Let's switch to the mode soft light. Fill with soft light neutral color. Okay. Now select the burn tool. Crease. Now let's create some shadows. Let's decrease the opacity to 20%. Create some shadows. Okay, let's toggle to the dodge, do a quick dodge on the highlights. Okay, that's about it. Okay, before and after. Now let's change the colors a little bit. Create a new curves adjustment and let's increase the contrast. Okay. Okay, let's switch to red. That's the bump of red. The blue. Let's increase the yellows. Okay. Now let's decrease the opacity. Around so. And by double clicking, we're going to remove this effect from the shadows. So press and hold the Alt key and remove, as you can see on the jacket. Choose something like this. Okay. Now let's change the saturation, which is very orange. In saturation and decrease the overall saturation of the image. Okay, reds, yellows, okay, greens, it's too much. Okay, cyans, blues and magentas. Okay, before and after. Now let's create a new levels adjustment, and we had more contrast to the image. So and it's okay, and increase the overall brightness. Okay, let's still increase the contrast a little bit. That's it. Okay. Now let's select the last layer and merge all the layers together with controller command+shift+alt+e. Now let's select only this part of the image. Control+shift+i to invert and delete all the rest. So we end up with this. Select Shift, Control D to deselect. Now we're gonna do this tip of the cigarette. So with filter, liquify, zoom in. Okay, let's start to bend the cigar. Okay. Now let's start to paint the edge of the cigarette. Create a new layer, and with the brush tool, capacity 70%. So a bit too much. Okay, reduce opacity. I'll create a new layer. H2 hard light. Create some volume. Okay. Okay. Before, after. Now you have to Google an image with smoke with black background. You just have to search for smoke black background, and you will find several images that you can choose and use on your images. I ended up choosing this one. File, place, smoke. Okay. Now I have to rotate it like this, place it, let's zoom in. What about here? And increase. Okay, press enter. Let's move the layer to the top. Let's create a new layer of solid color. Select white. Okay. Select the smoke layer again. Right click, rasterize layer. And now Ctrl A to select all. Ctrl X to cut. Now press and hold the Alt key and click on the masking layer. Now you can Control Shift or command+shift+v to paste in place. Now you can get rid of this smoke layer, delete. Okay. Now let's fill this layer with black. Deselect, Ctrl D. With the paint bucket tool, with black 100%, and click. We have to refine the edges on 100%. Paintbrush, select the opacity, select the opacity to 100%. Let's paint. Okay, now we have to refine these edges. Fine by me. The smoke is a little bit white, so we're gonna reduce the opacity, duplicate this layer, and move one of the layers to beneath the curves and color adjustments we did. And let's reduce the opacity a little bit. Okay, now it's more of the color of the rest of the image. Now we're gonna do a little bit of fog or smoke fog on this part. So I'm gonna increase the zoom and change the brushes to, let's see, maybe this one. Select shape dynamics, click it, and change the angle. As you can see, let's do something more random. Scattering both axes, increase the randomness. Okay, close it and create a new layer. Increase the brush size and decrease the opacity, and color, let's select white or maybe something like this tone, the less. Okay, now let's do some painting around. Okay, now filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and we don't want nothing like this nor too blurry, something in between. Okay, let's reduce the opacity. Let's zoom out, change this brush. Okay, I notice a problem on the image right here. That's because of this layer. Where is it? This one. You have to erase what we don't want. Okay, let's see now. Yep, that's corrected. So let's see before and after. Okay, it's very good. Now let's create a new group. Bring the group all the way up. Select all the layers except the background. Move it to the group. Now let's create a new solid color, something in the gray area, and move it to change to color. Okay. Change it outside folder so you can see in black and white. So before and after in black and white. And in color. Let's zoom in. Okay, hope you liked, and feel free to subscribe for more videos.